Welcome back to KUBE 57 and Houston Legends, brought to you by the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, President and CEO, and we're happy to have our next guest here. You probably recognize some of his restaurants that you'll be seeing throughout the footage here, but we're happy to have him. We're going to learn a little bit more about this entrepreneur, Russell Ybarra. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Glad to be here.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate the fact that you've been engaged with our Chamber of Commerce. I know many years ago when I first came to the Chamber, you were our Entrepreneur of the Year,
yes.
And you certainly since have continued to grow your franchises, your dream of being an entrepreneur, restaurateur. You've taken it to new heights, certainly. So welcome and thanks again.
Well, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Well, tell us a little bit about your restaurant empire, because it's certainly becoming that. You've employed so many people and you're keeping our economy growing. Tell us a little bit about where you are today in terms of your restaurants.
Well, today as a matter of fact, today we're opening up our 13th Gringos Tex-Mex location in New Caney, and then we also have 4 Jimmy Changas, and a couple other one-off units, Burger Libre, the Lunchbox, and we started Burritos 10 years ago, and we sold it off, but we still own 1 store today.
Where's the last Burritos located?
In Burritos, LaPorte, yeah, near our corporate offices.
Yeah. So what does it feel like to be responsible for not only the restaurants themselves, but truly families?
There's a great sense of responsibility that I feel, definitely, because you're right. I know that a lot of decisions I make could impact a lot of families, and one being politics. I try to really remain neutral, because at the end of the day, we serve both Republicans and Democrats and Independents.
Yeah.
So
they all have the same kind of money, and it's green.
Yes, and we love them all. Trust me. Yes.
Yeah. So how many employees do you have these days?
Altogether, system-wide, we're about 2,000 right now. Yes.
What do you find as a restaurateur is your biggest challenge, perhaps for you and your fellow restaurateurs?
Well, the biggest challenge will always be maintaining consistency from location to location, and we try to establish systems in place to make sure that happens, but most importantly, we really try to retain our people, because they're a huge part of why we're consistent at what we do. And
I'm sure you have some long-time employees, any that stand out in terms of
yes,
years of service?
Oh yes, definitely. When I opened Gringos on January 11th of 1993, Ybarra was my kitchen guy.
Yes.
And we just celebrated our 25th year this past January, and Hugo is still with me today. Oh. His nickname is Dos Caballos, because he does the work of 2 men.
You know what? I'm sure a lot of your employees do the work of two people for sure. And let's talk about that. You know, something that I found very interesting, and I appreciate coming from a family of entrepreneurs and restaurateurs, is the fact that you really single out your dishwashers, and people don't realize that.
Yes,
so thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you. You know, that was my first job, actually, washing dishes. So I can appreciate the hard work they do. And as a matter of fact, when I washed dishes many years ago, I never did it at the volume that they're doing it today. And it's almost like a thankless position. No one, they're invisible to everyone, but yet they are one of the most important people in the restaurant, because without them, the restaurant comes to a grinding halt.
That's so true. That's very true. So I was very happy to see how you really made them feel special, and you're absolutely right. You see, everyone else is moving. They stay in one spot, and if they're not pushing out all of the dishes, everything slows down.
Right.
So.
We try to give them a really nice work environment, all state-of-the-art equipment and all. So.
Yeah, and let's talk about, again, just going back to your employees. I'm sure you've had some that started out maybe washing dishes or as servers that perhaps today are doing other jobs within your group.
We try to promote from within anytime we can, because they understand, they grew up with the culture, and we want them to continue it. But one example is today our general manager, who's opening up the New Caney store, has been a general manager at our Texas City store, but he started off as a busser. And now he's a general manager and earning 6 figures, and he's happy. So we're thrilled to have him.
Well, the truth is that within the restaurant business, no one does just one job. I mean, I know for a fact that you have done everything from washing the dishes to what you're doing today, and being able to cross-train your employees and making sure that you're helping them move up that ladder, and that they sense that they are valued and that you're taking really good care of them.
Right. We want to create opportunities anytime we can. So definitely,
So when Russell is not running in restaurants and coming up with new ideas and thoughts, what do you like to do for fun?
I love to travel. I just came back from Europe. I went and saw U2 in 3 different cities, and I did it last summer, and I just enjoy traveling and concerts.
Now when you go out to eat, are you watching processes and systems? Are you enjoying your meal,
Always.
but you're also just
Always.
picking up
it's
nuances
It's
and
hard
details?
to turn off. It really is. But I enjoy going to other restaurants and seeing what they do and all the different nuances here and there. And yeah, it's a great business to be in because of all the variations of how you can create a plate and make it look beautiful.
And always trying to get better.
Always,
Yes.
always, yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
That's our last core value, never being satisfied, which, you know, we always look for ways to improve anywhere and everywhere we can.
Very well. Well, we'll be right back. Thank you for joining us.